initially, when I was young, I was, in high school, like a lot of other people, involved in every sport I could be in. In fact, I was involved in 4 sports in high school, football, basketball, baseball, and track. And I can honestly say that initially I really, really enjoyed all those sports, but I probably loved baseball and started down that path. And when I was it was at an early age that I started coaching. I was still just starting out in college when I was coaching youth baseball back at my hometown of Ada, Minnesota. And eventually I moved to Northern State University, where I was at graduate school, and I was in my second year there, and I was living with 2 football GAs, and the offensive line coach at the time, Steve LeGrand, said, "Why don't you come and coach football with us?" And I knew at that time that in order to get a head baseball coaching job, coaching football went hand in hand with that. Now, prior to that, I had been a head high school football coach and a head high school baseball coach, so I was already doing both of those and familiar with it. So anyway, going back to the story, I accepted that position because I knew it would help me to get a head baseball coaching job, and it did. And I've been coaching college football ever since that day. And I was a head baseball coach for a number of years, along with being a college football coach. Well, I was fortunate. I went to a relatively small school, and it was a different time. It was an NAIA school. There were many, many larger schools that were in the NAIA at that time, and so it was a fun time. It was a great time from a standpoint of I was able to play with a lot of guys that went on to actually become college baseball coaches, and some of them still are, that were playing on my baseball team. So we had a really good baseball team, and I was actually playing for Coach Jim Dew at Valley City State, who was the head football coach and the head baseball coach. And so my mentor was a guy that did both of those things. And it was a great career because we had a great team, but it was a lot of great players that are now out in the college coaching profession. Probably the natural, but then there are many others that are close to that. Field of Dreams certainly comes out there. Bull Durham, and blanking on it right now. The Cleveland Indians, Major League, yeah. And all of those are favorites. And I love many lines from those. Well, I think I like the old coach from Major League probably the best, and they ask him if he wants the job, and he says, "Oh, I don't know, I got a guy on the other line about some white walls." Fortunately, during my time, I've had a chance to coach every position on the defensive side of the ball as well as offensive line. And I can probably say this, offensive line was probably my least favorite. Players were great, just was where I had the least experience. No, I enjoy coaching all of those areas on the defensive side of the ball. Well, I think at every place that you're at, the key thing that you're looking at is how do you get the quality of men that are going to come in and that are really going to apply themselves and work hard to graduate, to do the work that's necessary every day to be a great player and be competitive. That's a great question, and that's probably one of the things that when I met with our players, we want our kids to understand that that it takes hard work. We play in a great league, and it takes hard work. And we want players that are willing to go out and work to become the best students that they can be, work to become the best football players that they could be, work to become great friends, work to become great family members, and then eventually, if through all that hard work, great goals, great results will happen, and they'll go out and they'll be productive members of their community. And to me, that's the vision of what we're trying to accomplish here at Michigan Tech. And through all the hard work and the process of that sort of stuff, the ultimate goals, they take care of themselves.